So today we're going to be discussing about Solana in the weekly as well as in the daily or in the smaller time frame. So let's just get right into the video. The first thing, this trend was very strong, everything was good, but in the weekly time frame we can see that the RSI has been trying to reset itself after a huge rally since the December 2022 bottom. So Solana had a good run, and after that it caused some kind of bearish divergence over here, and then it started not dumping, but it started in a choppy range, and it formed a range, and then it did not went very good in a good way, and then it has been ever since falling, and this was a clear cut bearish divergence. Price was making higher highs while RSI was making lower lows. So after that, weekly is starting to reset itself, and the lowest we went till in the March was around like $100. We need some kind of more downfall in Solana in the weekly time frame, and that is what I am predicting right now, that we could go somewhat more down in Solana, or we could just spend more days to just reset this RSI, and then we would be healthy to or go up. Okay, so in the daily time frame we'll be looking at the oversold level. So the one oversold level that I'm looking at is this. There should be some kind of spike towards the low side, and then we can form something very interesting. So we can found some analysis. Okay, so one thing that I'm looking at is this range over here, the $200 and $126 range, and in between this range we could just snipe entry in below this sweep of this range, like below 120. Whatever you're getting, you just buy, and then you sell around 200 whenever you reach around 200. That is one key profitable strategy in Solana right now. One more thing that I'm looking at is this in this run over in Solana, what I see is this that the level that I'm interested in right now is this 0.5 level, and this exact 0.5 level caused a double bottom. This is the bottom one, this is bottom two, and these two bottoms are signifying some kind of buying strength into this. So that is why I am inclining bullish in the short term, but in my thesis is bearish in the long term. So what my bullish targets would be, if Solana has to go up, it should reclaim monthly, weekly, and the daily levels. These levels are 156, 152, and 147. If the three levels are reclaimed, if Solana goes above these levels, then we could enter into a long till up until 178 first target and 202 second target. So let me just explain how this trade would work. Let me just go to into the long position, and then I would just enter into this like this. My stop loss would be just 11% below, and my target would be minimum 202, and that would give me a trade of around like I think this trade would be good, and this would be a 2:1 or 3:1 ratio trade. Okay, so if I enter like here only, and then my stop loss would be just very small, this would be just 5%, and my target would be 200. That would give me 38% return. That is a 6:1 ratio trade, and you could just target minimum 178. That would still be a 21% trade. So that is one key thing that I'm looking at. This is a good trade setup for me because it caused a double bottom. It is trying to maintain this low. It is also at a 0.5 level, and that is why I'm inclining towards bullish side in the short term. Okay, so in the long term, I think the weekly RSI has to set itself, and it should settle itself. And let's just go into the 4-hour time frames as well. Let's see what it is showing to us. Okay, in the 4-hour time frame, I think this thesis is very simple. It is very we all know what is going to happen next. We all know that this is kind of a bullish pattern, and we just need reclaim above 156 now. And let me just draw a trend line over here like this. This could be a trend line. You can call it a trend line entry, you can call it a reclaim entry. After a bullish reclaim above 156, the trade would be very good like this. The entry would be above 156, very confident. But here also it is good because the setup, the stop loss is very small. Okay, so that is what I think about Solana. What do you guys think about Solana? Let me just know in the comment section below. In the Sol USDT pair, if you see, there is so much massive open interest opened here. And let's just go into the 4-hour time frame. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, we see funding positive, we see a lot of things, but this is confusing. This is simple. This chart is very simple. I'll be posting the chart on my Telegram. Make sure you join the Telegram, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.